The Trump administration has formally notified Congress that it intends to sell nearly $500 million in precision bombs to Saudi Arabia, a transaction that will fuel criticism from lawmakers who oppose arming the Persian Gulf nation over its record of human rights abuses and role in the war in Yemen.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Trump administration has formally notified Congress that it intends to sell nearly $500 million in precision bombs to Saudi Arabia, a transaction that is likely to fuel criticism from lawmakers who object to arming the Persian Gulf nation over its record of human rights abuses and stifling dissent and role in the war in Yemen. In August, the State Department said its Inspector General found that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo did not break the law when he used an unusual emergency declaration in 2019 to bypass bipartisan congressional opposition to a larger arms sale to Saudi Arabia. The Gulf monarchy, with which the Trump administration has forged close ties, has been the subject of bipartisan criticism over its war in neighboring Yemen, where Saudi jets, using U.S. precision munitions, have repeatedly bombed civilian targets as the kingdom has sought to weaken Iranian-linked rebels there. Scrutiny of the longtime U.S. ally intensified after Saudi agents carried out a brutal 2018 operation against Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi journalist and Washington Post contributing columnist who was killed and dismembered in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Earlier this year, Biden said he would reassess the U.S. relationship with Saudi Arabia over its record on human rights and, especially, the death of Khashoggi, promising to ensure that the United States would not check its values at the door to sell arms or buy oil. A Democratic congressional aide said the Trump administration was trying to ram through even more arms sales to human rights abusers in its last month in office over clear congressional objections. In addition to the Saudi sale, the Trump administration sent additional arms sale notifications to Congress this week, including small arms and small arms components for Canada, Philippines and Mexico.
This post received a score of 81,000, with an upvote ratio of 86%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
How many bombs does 500 million get you? 100, 200? Edit, apparently about 7,500. So about 64k each. Or about 15,000 mid-range sedans.
Idiots. They could double their payload if they started dropping mid-range sedans from airplanes.
It would be even cheaper if they dropped used smart cars.
Nothing smart about being dropped out of an airplane. Operation Dumbo.
Hey, man. He is your president too.
If he gives everyone war weapons, someone has to give him eternal immunity in their country, right?
I sure he already has a non-extradition country to hide in come the 21st if the whole moving back to Florida thing doesn't work out.
By sheer coincidence, Russia is a non-extradition country.
Man, if Russia held both Snowden and Trump, they'd really have both sides of the aisle. You say that, yet our conservative is pulling for Snowden to get a pardon. I saw that and was like, WHAAAAA? It's like they're coming around, or maybe we actually can find some common ground after all.
I think it's because he uncovered Obama's crooked NSA. So he's one of the good guys, and now that Trump fixed everything he should be able to come back.
Odd that they don't like the Patriot Act when it suits them, but the same could be said of all the congressional cowards, Obama, too, who passed it because they care more about the optics of voting against patriotism than doing the right thing. We need to propose the Jesus Act that includes universal healthcare and UBI. The best part is that it wouldn't even be a ruse, these are things Jesus would actually support.
The context of the name, Jesus Law, is amazing. Although I wouldn't be for the name, but that doesn't matter. Like, yeah, all these Christian people should foam at the mouth for universal healthcare. That would be like the first law Jesus would pass. It would be an umbrella law like take care of each other and would include obvious things like no killing each other and not being greedy.
I would imagine their argument would be similar to bootstraps. I mean, I get that there is a lot of merit to the idea that people should earn their place in this world, and by their logic, heaven as well, but social programs don't remove the need for personal growth. If anything, they should accelerate everyone's ability to do it. It's really going to be interesting as automation removes more and more jobs. We'll need robots ate my face in the next few years.
Yeah, you don't need loads of BS trauma projected onto you in order for you to have the ability to find yourself spiritually. You can have things like universal healthcare at your disposal and still try to grow as person. Not become a lazy bum constantly asking for handouts like what seems to appear like propaganda to me.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.